Good evening. My name is Mr. Harris. For 23 years, I ran a group home. Small place, 12 kids maximum. Now I'm retired. But some children, they never leave your heart. Tonight, I want to tell you about Emma. 6 years old when she came to us. The strangest thing about Emma wasn't that she didn't talk for 3 months. It wasn't that she wet her bed every night. It wasn't even that she screamed in her sleep. The strangest thing was her jar, a mason jar, clear glass, about this big. She carried it everywhere. Inside were rocks, not just any rocks, carefully chosen stones, each one different, each one special. And she talked to them. I remember the first morning. Emma sat in the corner of our playroom, the jar on her lap. She whispered to it, her lips moving, like she was having a conversation. "What's she doing?" asked Sarah, one of our staff. I didn't know. I'd seen many children cope in many ways, but never like this. Emma had come from a house where nobody talked to her. Mother was addicted. Father was gone. For 2 years, Emma lived mostly alone. A neighbor found her. The mother had been unconscious for 3 days. Social services brought Emma to us on a Tuesday. She wore a yellow dress, too small for her, dirty sneakers, no socks, and that jar. "Emma," I said, "I'm Mr. Harris. Welcome to our home." She looked at me, then at her jar, then back at me. "These are my friends," she said, her voice tiny, like a whisper. I knelt down. "Can you tell me their names?" Emma opened the jar, took out a smooth gray stone. "This is Peter. He's brave." A red rock came next. "This is Luna. She sings." Then a white pebble. "This is Grandpa Joe. He tells stories." I counted 12 stones total. Each one had a name. Each one had a personality. Each one was real to Emma. That first week, Emma wouldn't eat without her jar beside her plate, wouldn't sleep without it on her nightstand, wouldn't go to the bathroom without taking it along. "Should we be worried?" asked Dr. Martinez, our psychologist. I wasn't sure. Emma wasn't hurting anyone. The stones gave her comfort. In a world where adults had failed her, rocks were safe. Rocks were consistent. Rocks wouldn't leave. But I wonder about those names. Peter, Luna, Grandpa Joe. Were these people from her past? People she missed? People who were gone? The second week, I started watching more carefully. Emma would sit by the window after breakfast. She'd take out each stone, one by one, hold them up to the light, like she was showing them something. "Look, Peter," she'd whisper, "the trees are getting green." Or, "Luna, do you hear that bird singing?" The other kids noticed too. At first, they laughed, made fun of her, called her Rock Girl. Emma didn't cry. She just held her jar tighter. "Leave her alone," said Marcus. He was 14, been with us 2 years. "She's not hurting nobody." Marcus understood. He'd had his own way of coping when he first arrived. A teddy bear he'd hidden under his mattress. Wouldn't admit it existed. One evening, I found Emma in the bathroom. She was washing her stones, one at a time, very carefully, like they were precious jewels. "Emma," I said, "can I ask you something?" She nodded. "Where did you first meet your friends?" Emma looked up at me, her eyes so serious, too serious for 6 years old. "At home," she said, "when Mama wouldn't wake up and there was no food. I found them in the backyard. They talked to me. My heart broke a little. What did they say? They said I wasn't alone, that they'd take care of me, that they'd never leave." I sat down on the bathroom floor. Emma continued washing. Peter was the first one. He was by the fence. He told me he was strong, that he'd protect me. Luna was by the flower bed. She hummed songs when I was scared. Emma held up a small brown stone. "This is Baby. She's the youngest. She cries sometimes. But Grandpa Joe tells her stories to make her feel better." I realized something then. These weren't just random stones. They were a family. The family Emma never had. Each stone filled a role. A protector, a comforter, an elder, a baby to care for. Emma, I said, your friends are very special. She smiled. The first real smile I'd seen. Do you want to meet them all properly? That night, Emma introduced me to every stone. There was Michael, who was funny. Sarah, who was smart. Tommy, who was good at games. Each one had a distinct personality. Each one mattered to Emma. I started to understand. In a house where she'd been invisible, Emma had created friends who saw her. In a world where adults disappeared, she'd found companions who stayed. But I worried too. What would happen when she had to face the real world? 3 months passed. Emma still carried her jar everywhere. But something was changing. She started sitting closer to the other kids during story time, still holding her jar, but closer. One day, little Amy was crying. She'd fallen off her bike, scraped her knee badly. Emma walked over. She opened her jar, took out the small brown stone. This is baby, Emma told Amy. She cries too sometimes, but she always feels better. Emma placed a stone in Amy's hand. Hold her for a minute. She'll help. Amy stopped crying, looked at the stone, then at Emma. She's warm, Amy said. Baby likes you, Emma replied. That evening, Emma came to me. Mr. Harris, Amy kept baby for a long time today. Baby was happy. I realized what was happening. Emma was learning to share. Through her stones, she was connecting with other children. The breakthrough came during a thunderstorm. It was late October. Wind howling. Rain against the windows. All the kids were scared. Emma sat in the common room. Her jar open. Stones spread on the coffee table. Don't worry, she announced to everyone. My friend will protect us. She pointed to each stone. Peter is brave during storms. Luna sings to make the thunder quiet. Grandpa Joe has seen many storms. He knows they always pass. The other kids gathered around. Even Marcus came over. What about this one? Asked 7-year-old Danny, pointing to a speckled stone. That's Michael, Emma said. He tells jokes. Want to hear one? Emma picked up the stone, held it to her ear like she was listening. Michael says, why don't thunderclouds ever get tired? Why? Asked Danny. Because they're always raining. Emma giggled. The kids laughed. The storm didn't seem so scary anymore. I watched from the doorway. Emma was teaching them what her stones had taught her, that you're never really alone, that there's always someone to comfort you, that scary things pass. But I also saw something else. Emma was changing. She was becoming the protector now, like Peter, the comforter, like Luna, the storyteller, like Grandpa Joe. Later that night, after the storm passed, Emma came to my office. Mr. Harris, she said, I think my friends want to help more kids. She held up her jar. But there's only one jar, and 12 friends, and there are lots of scared children in the world. I knelt down. What do you think we should do? Emma was quiet for a long moment, looking at her stones. Maybe we could find more friends, for other kids, so nobody has to be alone. The next weekend, we took the kids to the park. Emma brought her jar, but something was different. She ran ahead with the other children, laughed as they played on the swings, chased Marcus around the playground. Her jar sat on a bench, still important, but not clutched to her chest. Look, Emma called to me. She was by the creek. Perfect stones for new friends. Emma had found 3 smooth river rocks. She ran to Amy. Amy, you need a friend. This one is brave like you. Amy took the stone, smiled. What's her name? You decide, Emma said. Friends choose their own names. By the end of the day, 5 children had their own stone friends. Emma helped each one pick, helped them listen for the stone's name, helped them understand what their friend could do. I realized Emma didn't need her 12 friends as much anymore. She had real friends now, but she wasn't throwing her stones away. She was sharing what they taught her. Emma stayed with us for 8 months. Her aunt from California came forward, wanted to adopt her. A good woman, stable home. Emma would have her own room, a backyard, a dog. The night before Emma left, she came to me. Mr. Harris, I want to leave some friends here. For the next scared kid. She opened her jar, took out 6 stones, put them in a small box. Peter, Luna, and Grandpa Joe are going with me, but the others want to stay. To help, Emma labeled the box, friend for children who need them. Will you give them to someone who's scared? She asked. I promised I would. Emma left on a Thursday morning. Her aunt was kind, patient. She didn't think the remaining stones were strange. She understood they were important. Emma hugged everyone goodbye. Even Marcus cried a little. As their car drove away, Emma pressed her face to the window, waved until they disappeared around the corner. 3 months later, we got a letter. A photo fell out. Emma in a school uniform. Big smile. Standing next to 2 girls her age. Dear Mr. Harris, she wrote in careful 7-year-old handwriting. I made friends at school. Real ones. But Peter, Luna, and Grandpa Joe still talk to me at bedtime. My aunt says that's okay. She has a special shell she talks to from when she was little. P.S. I hope the stone friends I left are helping someone. They were. A boy named Kevin had come to us 2 weeks after Emma left. Wouldn't speak. Wouldn't eat. I gave him Emma's box. Within a week, Kevin was talking to the stones. Within a month, he was talking to us. That was 15 years ago. Emma would be 22 now. Sometimes I wonder if she still has those 3 stones. If she ever talks to them. If she remembers the girl who needed invisible friends to survive. But I hope she doesn't need them anymore. Children find ways to heal, ways to survive, ways to create love where none existed. Emma taught me that. Sometimes the most broken children have the strongest hearts. Sometimes wisdom comes in a mason jar. Sometimes healing happens 1 stone at a time. Thank you for listening. There are other stories to tell, other children who found their way home. But that's for another evening. Until then, take care.